Hey guys, welcome back to Savage Off-Road. So today we have got exciting news. We've got the V3 Phantom platform. Now what is the difference between V1, V2, V3? V1 was the first variant. Didn't look as nice as the version 2. Version 2, you still needed to remove the factory roof rails to be able to install your platform. However, version 3 now, you no longer need to remove the factory roof rails if you choose. If you want to still do that, it is stronger, you can do so. However, you get both methods in the box to install it. So today we're going to be showing you how to install the version 3 platform on your Cannon Alpha without removing the factory rails. So let's go ahead and let's get that done. So we've already pre-assembled the Phantom rack here, as you can see. So we've chosen to not install the 40-inch light bar. It's just going to have the wind diffuser. Now, both of these are included in the kit. So you do get the slot for the 40-inch light bar, or you do get the full wind diffuser, which cuts out wind noise, all right? But this customer is not going for a light bar at the moment. Later on, if he chooses to do so, you can just remove the wind diffuser and install it. It comes with pinch weld along the bottom, with a rubber strip down here so it protects your roof. It's adjustable as well, so if you don't want it touching your roof, you can loosen the bolts on the side and position the wind deflector up so it doesn't touch the roof. That's totally up to you. If we come down the side, just take note of where the crossbars are positioned. So we've got the front bar that's positioned here on this front slot. Then you got the second bar, which is positioned here. Then we start the assembly procedure. All right, so you've got these right angle brackets here, as you can see. With the end caps, they've all been covered with the end caps, which are like your little dust caps, so it looks really neat the whole way along. So you got crossbar 1, crossbar 2, 3, which is a little mini one. This picks up this long rail that runs all the way to the back of the roof rack. So you've only got 2 of these on either side, 1 and 2. Those bars run front to rear of vehicle. Then you've got a crossbar here, a crossbar underneath here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 crossbars that are the exact same length, so you don't get confused. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now they're the super long ones. The fourth one obviously bolts in here and picks up this wind diffuser along here, okay? And you put the beautiful Phillips screws with the nuts that go into the track, and that's how you install your wind diffuser on the front. I'm just running you through how to assemble this quickly because we're going to get to the exciting part, which is putting it on the roof, which I've got Oleg up there quickly doing that for us now, and we'll show you how to do that. If you want the full length version of the video and you want to see how to assemble the rack, we do have another video, but it's pretty straightforward once I've shown you this. It's not rocket science. As long as you pretty much got a picture of this whole thing in your head, you should be able to work out where everything goes. Once we get this on the vehicle, we're going to adjust the position of this rear crossbar. Now, if you pay attention, we've even got an attention sticker that says crossbar position may damage sunroof. Because this rack is going to be very, very close to the sunroof, you want to make sure your 2 crossbars, you don't have to have this front one on if you do not choose to. You could have a nice big opening like that. Now, we haven't installed this yet. We will install that once we get it on the car. If the customer chooses, we'll put that on. But you'll be able to adjust this in the correct position by obviously loosening these nuts once you put the right angle bracket on here and sliding the crossbar into the correct position when the sunroof opens so it doesn't hit your sunroof. All right, so pay attention to those 2 bars. These are critical. We'll show you once we get it onto the vehicle of where they go. We'll overlay an image. The boys here have just quickly disassembled it because this was already pre-assembled for another car. It was going to get mounted directly to the roof, but obviously we're using a different method to show you this video. So we're going to quickly disassemble it. And all we're going to do is we're going to slide this in. All right, so this is the back of the rack. So this bracket here, you're going to have 2 here underneath, obviously, facing down. So what you're going to do is you're going to slide it in from the side here, just like that. 1 and 2, and then you're going to grab another 2 and you're going to face it down and you're going to slide it in from the back here all the way, and it's going to sit not on this track though. Sorry guys, make sure you install it on this track, the inside track. Okay, so this is for the rear of the car. So you got 1, 2 in here, 1 and 2, and then on the front of the car, 1, 2, 3, 4 facing down. And you're going to slide that in also from the back, all right, on either side of the track, because you're not using this to pick it up. So you're pretty much going to have 1, 2, and then 1, 2 here facing down, you'll also have 1, 2 facing down and another 2 here, okay? Easy as. In the kit, you're gonna get 4 of these brackets. These are the ones that mount to the crossbar. They are also labeled, so you can see here, it says RR, rear right. On the bag, it also has the part number, and it says for factory rail. That's what you wanna use if you wanna mount it to the factory rail. So this one is gonna be the right front. When you pull it out of the bag, you've got here, and it says RF, which is right front, obviously, and it comes with all the little dust caps in there as well. So you're gonna get 4 of those brackets. We'll go over to the car. I've got Oleg up here, and he is currently installing the bracket. So you can see that he's clamping it onto the rail. It's a little bit fiddly, a lot easier than pulling your factory liner out. So we have got all the brackets mounted on the Alpha rails now. Now, as you can see, you've got the logo marking on here, which says RR, which stands for rear right. And then you've got RF, which is right front, left front, rear right, all on the brackets. Okay, so all of them are mounted. We're gonna show you where you're gonna mount the brackets. If you get a ruler, this is where you're gonna position the rear bracket. So from this marking here, which is the cap for the factory rails go, that line there, you're gonna measure back 13, 14 millimeters, okay? So 13, 14 millimeters, and you're gonna do the same on the front. So the front is gonna be 11 millimeters, as you can see on that video. All right, so that's where you're gonna put your bracket. Once you do that, we'll show you how to assemble the bracket. The bracket comes like this. It's got studs in it. The next version, we're not changing the version, but the bracket we're gonna slightly change. We're gonna put the studs on the other side, so you won't have the studs actually on the actual mount itself. You'll have the studs coming out of this. So when you put your bracket in from the bottom, your studs then will be a lot easier to put your nuts on. So we're gonna put this on now. So how we're gonna assemble that is Oleg's gonna get that. He's gonna put it in from underneath. It's gonna slot into these back 2 holes here. You can see that, slotted into those. And then Oleg is gonna clamp the front with a vice grip. Once that's clamped, the studs are facing down. The nuts in the washer are gonna go on the bottom. It's not easy with this design. However, this is probably, we've only got 1 more of this design, and then we're changing the bracket design. So once you do that, you're gonna tighten it up, and obviously you're gonna make sure your measurement is correct from that front marking and the rear marking. But I'll let Oleg do that up now. The new ones are gonna have studs going up, so the nut's gonna go in from the top instead of underneath. So that's clamped up nice and tight. That should be all in position now. For these bolts, they got slots in it. They'll go onto the track of the platform. So another tip is when you're assembling this rack, make sure you put your crossbars, the ones that are adjustable for your sunroof, make sure you put them in and just leave them loose. Put these crossbars at the back, and we're gonna get this and carry it over to the car and get it on the vehicle. So let's do that now. So now the brackets are mounted to the rails, we are ready to bring over the platform. The boys are just getting the studs underneath in the right position, and then we're gonna lift it onto the vehicle. And these rails are still loose, okay? So we're gonna position them. Now you don't need to run those rails if you don't want, but we're gonna position them in position once we get on the vehicle. And we're gonna place it down. Now as you can see in here, you have the studs facing down there, and we're gonna try and line them up with the holes. 2 here, which are gonna go to the outside, and then we've got the 2 on the inside, which are gonna go to the ones on the inside. So we've put all the bolts in to the brackets, and now the boys are just doing it up with a 10 mil. So we've dropped it all in. You got 2 here, 2 here. On the back, remember, we got 2 here and 2 here. So 2 bolts, 2 bolts, 2 bolts, 2 bolts, okay? So the boys are doing them up. So the boys are just doing up all the brackets now, and then we're gonna slide this into position. So when you put these crossbars in, you wanna make sure that this crossbar, we just left it loose because it's much easier to get to the brackets underneath here. So obviously if you do up this right there, it's harder to get to. So we've left it loose, so you can get to that bracket. Once that's done, you're gonna line it up. You're gonna line that up with this, in line with this crossbar here. Okay, that's the back one. And then the front one, you're gonna line up the front one with the front crossbar. So we're gonna do that now. And then he's already tightened that, and he's putting the end caps on. There you go, guys. That's the rack all installed on the factory roof rails on the Cannon Alpha. All right, so this will fit all Cannon Alphas. As you can see, that is how low it is compared to the antenna. I can barely get my finger in there. So it's only about 8 mil, all right, of added height over the factory antenna. What do you guys reckon? Would you install that on your Cannon Alpha? If you want one, jump onto the savagetech.com.au and you can order one right now.